Now we're going to move down to 588, and Senator Woodward's going to present this, even though, and probably on the floor too, which is always good.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chairman and committee. Jim Woodward, State Senator, Legislative District 1. House Bill 588 is a proposal in regards to wildland firefighter differential pay or hazard pay. In the room with me, the Director of the Idaho Department of Lands, Mr. Dustin Miller, along with Josh Harvey, Fire Management Bureau Chief, and Scott Phillips, the Policy and Communications Chief. House Bill 588 at its essence is about employee retention. Wildland firefighters in Idaho do not currently receive hazard pay. Many of the states surrounding us do compensate with hazard pay, and federally employed wildland firefighters receive hazard pay. In fact, when federal firefighters work on a fire that the Idaho Department of Lands is responsible for, and we compensate those the agency that has provided those federal firefighters, then we do reimburse those firefighters with hazard pay, even if they're working alongside ours who are not receiving hazard pay. The result is a revolving door of employees who come to work for the Idaho Department of Lands, earn their firefighter certifications, and then move on to higher paying jobs. Turnover at the 2-year point right now is estimated around 40%. That's the 2 years, I say, because that's about the time it takes to get the certification that they're then eligible to go and work for these other agencies. Looking at the bill, starting at the beginning of that, you see Section 1 titled Conformity with Classified Positions. And so that section is in regards to our full-time Idaho Department of Lands employees who are firefighter certified, wildland firefighter certified, and go out and fight fires during the fire season. And looking at page 3 in the middle of the page, the underlined section, that is what authorizes the 25% hazard pay. And you'll notice in there that the language is specific, that the hazard pay is authorized while working on the fire line of a fire incident, not deemed controlled, so on the fire line and an uncontrolled fire line, or at a fire incident helibase, or where helicopter services are being provided because of the danger associated with working back at that base where the helicopters are flying in and out of. Moving further to page 4, the section 2, which says other pay delivery options, that has the same language at the bottom of the page, but this section is in regards to temporary employees or seasonal employees that we hire during the summertime to help us fight fires. And finally, the last that I would bring up in section 3, the typical language at the end, except that in this case, instead of saying July 1st, 2022, the desired language is in full force and effect after passage and approval, so that we can be ready for fire season this year. The Idaho Department of Lands does have departmental policy written and ready to go for this, so they are ready to go if this moves through and is authorized, and that policy then will provide the real granular details, but in regards to the pay, when it's authorized and who has authorized that. The intent here is that if you're in a hazardous situation, you receive hazard pay, not that the firefighters all throughout the summer are receiving hazard pay. The cost estimated with this proposal is roughly $400,000. There's some information that, looking back over 5 years, and the department estimates between $330,000 to $390,000 based on the experience from the last 5 years. So, and with that, Mr. Chairman, I'm happy to answer any questions.
Thank you, Senator Woodward. Any questions, committee? Go ahead, Senator Souza.
For a motion.
Motion's in order.
I move that we send House Bill 588 to the floor with a due pass recommendation.
Second, Senator Aguilar. Senator Ward-Inkelking, I'll give it to you this time. Any more discussion from, this is spending money, and Senator Aguilar knows all about that, and he's not protesting, so I guess we're doing okay. All in favor say aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, we will send House Bill, I get the right one, 588 to the floor with a due pass.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Senator Woodward, I'm sure you'll carry it.
I certainly will.